Would you be better off investing or paying off your debt first? This is the question we turn our heads to at least once in our lifetime. It is only smart to ask ourselves why we should pay off debt when instead we could invest our hard-earned money and see better returns when our debt is costing. What is a better decision? To use extra money to pay down your debts or invest and let money work for you and exponentially grow over a period of time, thus securing your future financial life? In reality, both options could make sense, but even tiny decisions you make could massively turn around your financial situation results in the future. In certain cases, these small decisions could make thousands or even millions of dollars of difference. In this video, we will look into pros and cons of each decision so you can make a correct one for you, since correct decision could lead to poverty or riches in the future. It is Gentleman's Finance channel. Here we learn about different business opportunities, how to make money and invest wisely. Here you will also learn how to increase your wealth and become debt-free. All men should take care of their own finance. If you are interested in accumulating wealth and improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the like button. Also comment down below I subscribed and I will try to answer all of your comments. Now let's go back to the video. First of all, before you even consider pay off debt or invest, you have to be positive that you established financial stability in the first place. You have to make sure you have set aside 3 to 6 months worth of savings for emergency situation, since without this crucial step, there's not a lot of sense to neither pay off debts, neither invest, because one financial emergency could set you back instantly. Imagine situation. You have emergency medical bill or your car needs to be repaired. In this exact situation, you will be either forced to go into debt or withdraw your investments. That is exactly why every responsible adult should have or at least try to reach 3 to 6 months worth of savings before everything else. One of the biggest advantage of reducing debt is that it frees up extra budget. Being in the situation when you have a lot of debts withdrawn from your bank account could mean you might find major difficulties to pay yourself first. The more automatic payments you have, the bigger chance that you are living paycheck to paycheck and can barely scrape by to the next month's salary. When you find yourself stuck at the situation like this, it can begin to feel like you are working just to pay your bills, and you pay your bills so you can work again. This sets you back from any measurable financial progress. Even if your loan is slowly getting paid down, you have to understand that majority of your money is going for the lender himself in the form of interest. However, once you pay off your loans, it might feel that you got a promotion, since the larger percentage of your hard-earned cash now is yours to keep. Having this nowadays rare situation of being debt-free can mean you have much easier time to contribute to your retirement fund savings account and making it easier to potentially retire way younger. On the other side, many choose to invest the extra money way before becoming debt-free. The reason behind all of this that the interest earned of investments could be twice as fat than the interest of the loan itself, thus making the opportunity to earn way bigger profits. Just to give an example, would you really rather pay debts with interest rate as low as 3 to 5% when with a relatively average, well-diversified and historically quite safe index fund you can make as much as 10% return of investment? Paying off your debts could take many years, which means you are going to lose multiple years of compound interest, which investment types like index funds can provide rather easily. Taking everything into consideration, it really becomes down to risk tolerance. In the case of paying off debts, you are on the way of seeing guaranteed returns, since after everything is paid down, you will be able to keep bigger percentage of your earned money. In other example, if you have a credit card debt with 20 to 30% interest rate, paying it off basically means earning 20 to 30% return on your money with literally zero risk. On the other hand, investing always have this opportunity to blow up and humble you up, not in the nice way. But you might have this question in mind. Isn't it possible to make a 10% average per year investing in a well-known index fund like S&P 500? According to research, S&P 500 index fund averaged 10% or more per year since it first began. However, we saw the times when the market was in the negative returns. Negative returns were as low as minus 23% in 2002. After that, there were some profitable years. However, investing long-term into index like S&P 500, which basically tracks entire market, your bet to profit is in your favor. On the other hand, returns with even the safest investments are never guaranteed. You have to take this into consideration before thinking of any financial plan. Let's try to illustrate everything using a real-life example of paying down debts versus investing. In the scenario 1, let's say you have $350,000 mortgage at 4% interest rate and monthly payment of $1,671. Let's say in the end of the month after your expenses you have spare $1,000 to either invest or pay down your debts faster. However, you are not 100% positive about neither decision. Let's try to compare the end results in 30 years' time. In the first scenario, you decide to pay additional $1,000 per month towards your mortgage. In this case, you will become debt-free in 173 months or 14 years and 5 months. This means you only paid $110,799 in interest. After debts are paid, you invest amount you used to pay monthly towards your mortgage plus additional $1,000 into the S&P 500 index fund for 15 years and 7 months. So invested total per month adds up to $2,671. At this scenario, after 30 years you will be at $1,203,916. Now, we have to subtract the interest we paid, which is $110,799, and it leaves you with a total of $1,093,117. In scenario 2, you decide to make a minimal payment towards your loan and investing at the same time. So basically, you decide to make a minimal payment of $1,671 per month and invest your spare $1,000 per month. In this case, since you paid only a minimal payment towards your mortgage, amount of interest paid is $251,544, more than twice as much as in the first case. However, by investing $1,000 per month in S&P 500 index fund for 30 years with the average of 10% return of investment, your bank account would be fatter by $2,171,000. So in this case, $2,171,000 minus $251,544 leave you with total of $1,919,456 in the bank. So the amount of money you accumulated in case 1 versus case 2 differs by $826,339. This basically means that if you kept your mortgage payment with the interest rate of 4% at minimal amount while invested the spare $1,000 for the 30 years, your total would be higher by $826,339. This is a big difference and can determine if you are able to retire or have to keep working. However, this case study does not take into consideration the risk of investing and takes an average return of investment, which is 10%. One more interesting fact to consider about the 30 years mortgage is the inflation. The mortgage mostly stays with the same dollar amount for all 30 years. However, dollar will lose its value. This basically means you are able to pay your mortgage with the same amount of dollars, even if they are worth way less. For more eye-opening example, imagine this. After 18 years, your dollars will be worth only half the amount. However, you are going to be paying the same per month. To take mortgage for a debt example is rather extreme. Let me explain why. First, mortgages are usually a low interest rate loans, with the interest rate like 3 to 4%. It is very close to inflation, which basically means you are borrowing money almost for free. For this exact reason, seasoned investors are choosing mortgages over paying full. Second, mortgages usually a long-term type of debts and can last 3 decades. When the loan term is this long, the difference between investing and paying down the loan increases significantly. So, what is the best option for you? Before you decide to pay down your debt, you have to consider a few things. Paying down debt can free up your budget, which is usually up in priorities list for older investors, since they are more interested in liquid cash and investment opportunities right now rather than how much they can make over a 30 years time period. Debts are not the same, so you should really consider your interest rates as well. For example, credit card debt and mortgage of your home can have a 16% difference in the interest rate, which makes final results in scenario 1 and scenario 2 way different than in our comparison. If you decide to invest while still in debt, risk is a very important thing to consider as well. So in my eyes, this dilemma whether you should follow case 1 or case 2 could be solved using following rules. If your debts are with higher interest rate than inflation and are short term, consider paying your debts first. If you are older investor and your interests are to have more liquid cash for current opportunities instead of 30 years old plus investing, consider paying debts first. If you can't handle risk of investments blowing up, consider paying your debts first as well. If your debts have lower interest rates than inflation, consider investing while in debt, since this will produce overall higher total amount of dollars in your pocket. And finally, if you have all types of debts with different interest rates and you tolerate risk of investing, you might consider pay off debts with a higher interest rates and keep ones with a low interest rates while investing over half of your spare money. Thank you for sticking out for this long video. If you are new for investing, you might want to watch a video I made about S&P 500, which will be pinned in the comments down below. If you found any value, don't forget to like and subscribe.